In this video, I'm going to tell you how to install MySQL Connector in Python on Windows 10 or above Windows 11. So, before starting, guys, if you are new on channel, please subscribe to our channel and like the video. So, let's start the video. First of all, to install MySQL connector in Python, you have to install pip for your Python. So first of all, we have to confirm if there is pip install already on our system or not. So first of all, open the CMD command prompt and type pip verb. So now you can see that on my system pip 22.3.1 is already installed on this package. So if I run, since if you want to install the MySQL on in Python, then you have to use pip command. But you haven't installed yet, then you have to install before installing or installing MySQL connector in Python. So how do you do? How can you do that? So you have to search pip for your Python pip and just enter. So you will find pip here, and now you have to click on this latest version, and you will find the latest version of pip here. So you just need to click on download files, and you will find here the pip zip file. You just need to open it, just download and open it, and just install the file. So once you install the pip, or if you don't know how to install, if you have confusion, then you can find the video. I've already made the video on that, how to install pip on Windows. So you can watch the video. Link is given in the description. Now let's come to the point. How can we install MySQL connector in Python? So we have to use pip command here to install uh, MySQL connector. So first of all, again open the CMD and you have to type pip, or you have to go to you just need to type pip and install MySQL connector and hyphen Python. Just make sure that you write this command correctly, and once you are done with this command, just you have to enter. So now you can see it is started downloading MySQL Connector Python, and you can see, and now it is installing the packages. You can see protobuf and MySQL Connector Python installing collected packages, and successfully installed MySQL Connector Python 8.0.31. And now you can use this package to use MySQL on your Python program. So if you want to see the example, you can watch, or I can do it right now. So first of all, let me show you. I have created already the database and the table. So first of all, type MySQL and root u minus u root and minus p. So MySQL is not recognized as a, so I have to use, and if this message shows on your command prompt as well, so you can do one thing here. Since my MySQL is not recognized as an internal or external command, so what you need to do, you have to copy this path of the bin folder in MySQL server. So you can go to the C drive, program file, MySQL and MySQL server, and then bin, and just copy this path. Just Control A and C, Control C, and after this you just need to type CD and just paste the path and enter. Now if you type the MySQL minus u root and minus p, it will now recognize your MySQL. Now you just need to enter the password. So my password was, sorry, I just forget it. If you want to know how to change the password, you can watch the latest video on that as well. Just enter it and you will be entered into MySQL. Now, what it's saying that, so now let me show you my database. Shows databases. So these are the databases I've used. So I'm going to use one of them. So what database I should use here? Hmm, use Karam tag. Fine. And now I'm going to show the tables here. So these are the tables. So I'm going to print the table first of all. I'm going to see the table. I want to see the table students. So just use select as star, which is for the all, and from and then table name. Fine. So now you can see this is my table actually, and I've used the Virat Kohli, Manish Patel, Anand Kumar, Rohit Sharma. So these are my favorite, one of the favorite persons in my life. So now what I am going to do is now I'm going to extract this table from my SQL in Python. So I'm going to write a program here. So I will use Sublime Text Editor to do that. To do that, the owner. So it's taking a bit time. Yeah, it's open now. And I'm going to run this program. See, fine, this is my first.py. I'll just going to clear it up. Now our first line should be, so guys, first of all, you need to type, let me adjust the camera here. Fine, this is now. So first of all, you have to type import, then we'll import the MySQL connector. Fine, so we'll use dot here, not hyphen. Connector, and after this you have to type con is equal to, and then MySQL dot connector, and then you have to use dot connect to connect from your database. Now you have to type host and then host name. So host basically the local host. So we can use single quote here, local host. And after this you have to use comma and then username. So username is basically the root. Fine. And if you name the username other than root, then you can name it here. And after this you have to enter the password. So whatever the password you can add here. Fine. And you can keep the password inside the code of single quote. And after this you have to type a database name. So what was the database? If you don't know how to create database and table, then you can watch my video on that. I have already explained how to create a database and table in C command prompt as well as the MySQL workbench. I've told in both ways. So if you want to know, then you can watch my videos. I will give you the link in the descriptions. So now I'm going to name the database here Karam and tag. So this was my database. Let me reconfirm. Yeah, you can see the Karam database. It's a Karam tag. So now after this, you have to. mm, Now we're done with the connection. Now we'll have to use cursor here. So basically, cursor is used to execute all the queries in MySQL. So we'll use con dot cursor. Fine. And after that, so this is first of all we have created the object of cursor, and then if we want to execute any query, so first of all the first query one is Hmm, let's print the description of the table. So, what was the description, or what is the name of the table? Student. Fine. After this, you can. So when you type the DESC, so basically the DESC stands for the description, and you will print the description of the students table. Fine. After this, we have to execute this command or this query. So we'll have to pass this variable into this function. So what was the function? So we just need to execute this query. So cursor dot execute. Sorry, execute, and after this we just need to use the variable, or we just need to use the query that we have written. Enter it here, and so it will just print the description means it will print all the constant, all the data types we have mentioned in the all the data types of the columns that we have mentioned while we are creating the table. So usually, like, what columns are int and what columns are a string type, a char type, and which column are usually is unique key. So it will have all the details in the descriptions. So now, basically, now we'll create another query. We'll print all the will print all the columns and rows of table. So just need to type select. So just use select asterisk for the all the rows and columns, and after this you have to type from and table name, which was students. Fine. After this, we'll execute this query dot cursor dot execute. Fine. And after this, we'll pass the query to, and now we have not finished yet. When you execute the command, or when you execute the query, after this we have to fetch all the data of the query. So we'll use cursor dot and cursor dot, then we have to use function here fetch all. Fine. And we'll fetch all the table, all the data in another variable called table. Fine. And after this we are going to print this basically variable. So basically the table is actually the it will return the array. When we fetch all the data, it will print, or it will retrieve all the data in array. So we'll now iterate all the element, or all the variable elements one by one by using the for loop. So we can use the for loop here. Now first of all, let me type something here: table description. Fine. Now after this, I'm going to use for loop here, and we'll use one variable here x, or now we'll use the array. And so now I'm going to print the very each element of the array. So just use x here. Fine. After this, we'll have to do the same thing with this query as well. Again, we'll use the table, and it will overwrite all the data that we have stored. It is stored in using that query, first query. So we'll use cursor dot fetch all. Fine. And after this, we'll use, now again we'll show. So now we'll use here double quote, and this is for the new line, and table data, or we can type anything here, table data. And after this, we'll have to treat our array, which is, since it returns the data in form of array, now we'll iterate here rows. We'll use the variable rows here in table So now it will print all the rows and column. So just type print here, and after this we'll use rows and then zero. So zero row basically zero rows or zero basically the first row. So now we can type end here, keep the space. So it will keep the space at the end. Now we can use this the same statement again and again. So it will be in the form of matrix when we talk about the table. So R01 basically the element in the first row and the first column. Fine. So I just need to use the same thing again and again, and I will change the index here. One, sorry, one. I think I just use the keyword now. Two, three. Fine. I'll save it. Now, once you're done with the cursor, just close the cursor here. And now, once you're done with the connection, so we are once you're done with the MySQL, just close the MySQL connections. Just type the close and done. So this is our final program. It will extract the data and print the data on your command prompt. So let's execute this command. Let's come out of this MySQL environment. So whatever the buy. So let me come out. I have to go to the desktop because my Python file is there. So now I'll have to go to desktop. Cannot find the path. Let me see the what is the basically the path of desktop. Desktop is basically after the document. I think the username and then our document. Let me type the Anand Kumar. So yeah, you can see the users document. So let me use this here. Fine. Now I'm going to execute my Python file here. So just type the file name purpose.py and let execute this file. I'm sure whenever wrote a code in first attempt, it won't run. I knew it, and it will show me an error. So I just missed one comma here by mistake. Let me save it. So all the lines are correct till now. So first of all, it will connect with so now it is showing me an error. So access denied for the using no password. I think I have to connect. I have to use the XAMPP first because it is not started. Since the MySQL server is not started yet, so I have to use them first. Now start the Apache server and the MySQL as well. So let's try it now. Again, it is showing the same error. Oh, sorry. I didn't mention the password, so I have to write the password here. Then I will execute the command. So now, guys, you can see the output is here. So I didn't actually didn't use the password in the code. That's why now you can see the description here. The first row is type of int, and you can see it is a primary code. It is a primary key, and you can see the description here. And this is a table. So actually, I didn't use the Sorry, I didn't use the this one. I have to use new line here, and then it will print in the right form. So basically, when we print in MySQL, it will add all the table borders and all the new lines automatically. But in Python, you have to add all manually. So now we'll print it again. Now you can see this is my table data, and this is my the table description. So yeah, now this is how you can execute your command in Python, and that's how you can connect your MySQL connector to your Python and extract the data from the table. I hope you like it. And if you don't know how to create a table and database, database and a table, then you can watch my latest video on that. I will give the description, and many people liking it, so just watch it now. And so I've told the way of two way, in first in command prompt, and the second in the my SQL workbench. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like the video. For more video like this, please subscribe to our channel. uh, Karam, like the thanks for watching. Bye bye.